In this video, we're going to discuss how to determine whether or not a rational function has a horizontal asymptote. Take a look at a couple examples. Now, if a function can be written as a ratio of polynomials, then we have what is called a rational function. Now, the long-run behavior of this rational function is basically determined by the leading terms of both p and q, so the two polynomials. So we need to look at their leading terms. These functions often have what we call horizontal asymptotes, which define their long-run behavior. So here's an idea of what a horizontal asymptote would be. Notice that this graph levels off at y equals 1. So this graph has a horizontal asymptote at y equals 1. Let's talk about shortcuts for determining from an equation whether or not we can, if we have a horizontal asymptote. We have three cases we want to be aware of when trying to determine whether or not there's a horizontal asymptote. So if our rational function is p of x over q of x, if the degree of p is less than the degree of q. So if the degree is larger on bottom, then the horizontal asymptote is the line y equals 0, because the bottom is growing faster than the top and it pulls it down to 0. If the degree is larger on top than the degree on bottom, there's no horizontal asymptote. Finally, if the degree of p is equal to the degree of q, then the horizontal asymptote is at what is called the ratio of the coefficients. So let's take a look at the cases where we do have a horizontal asymptote. So here are our two functions. Let's take a look at f. So first thing we want to do is identify the leading terms. In this case, for the numerator it's x to the fourth, and the denominator is 3x to the fourth. We have a case where the degrees are equal. Remember, that was the ratio of the coefficients. Now, the coefficient of the numerator is 1 because there's nothing there. So now we need to determine the ratio of those coefficients. Well, it's 1 over 3. So f has a horizontal asymptote at y equals 1/3. Now over to g of x. First, let's identify their leading terms. Notice that the degree is larger in the denominator. Doesn't matter by how much. If it's larger in the denominator, it's automatic. The horizontal asymptote is y equals 0.